Hey everyone, this is Austin from the NERF Corporation, and this is NERF Thrifting episode 55. So these are the finds for September 2021, and all of the stuff that you're about to see in this video came from the same Goodwill. I got a whole month's worth of thrifting material at one Goodwill, which is kind of crazy. Starting off with an XD Retaliator with the barrel and stock. This is exactly what I needed for the Starduster Techno 10 mod. Although I'm not really feeling that name, I'm probably going to change it, but either way, this is exactly what I needed. This thing is in very poor condition, but honestly, it doesn't even really matter, because I'm going to be painting this thing anyways, so for $4.99, this was a pretty good find. Next up, I found a Battle Camo Split Strike, although this is just the right side of it, the left side was not there, unfortunately, but I bought this just in case maybe one day I find the left side, because then I would already have the right side. So then I have a complete Battle Camo Split Strike. And for only $2.99, I'd say that's, pretty good. It's in relatively good condition, although there are definitely some marks on it and stuff, but, it's still pretty good. Just gonna load up some darts here and test it out. Yeah, works pretty good. Next up, I found a Busby Crossbow. Now, I usually don't really get the knockoff stuff, but I thought that this was a very cool and fun blaster because it's mag-fed, right? It's a mag-fed crossbow, and since this is a Busby blaster, I knew that it would be compatible with the actual NERF magazines. So that was really neat. And then also, when I tested this thing in the store, it was powerful. Like, this thing is actually really strong. It's got a good spring in here. Now, I don't have a magazine with me right now, but I do have some darts, so I'm just going to load in a dart right here. And I just want you guys to listen to the sound of this thing, because it sounds pretty strong. Yeah, it's got a pretty good spring in here, and it's honestly just really fun. I like this thing. Only thing I'm going to say about it is that the ergonomics on this thing suck. This grip, it's okay. I mean, I can handle it, but this stock is very tiny. But $4.99, I thought that this was a very cool find. Then I found a clear Maverick for $2.99, which is honestly a really good deal for a clear Maverick. And this is kind of redemption for that one clear Maverick that I found like a long time ago that didn't have the priming handle on it. So this was actually pretty nice to find. And it's actually in very nice condition, A lot of times the clear blasters can have some pretty bad sun fading, but this actually looks pretty good. So honestly, I was pretty thrilled to find this clear Maverick. But you know what made me even more thrilled? To find two of the red Dart Tag Night Finders, or Fire Strikes. They're technically called the Fire Strike, but I just call them Dart Tag Night Finders because it just makes more sense to me. But yeah, I found the first one pretty much right as I walked into the toy aisle, and I couldn't believe my eyes because these things are pretty rare. And then I walked over to like the other side of the toy aisle and kind of then came back to where I started. And then I saw a second one on the shelf, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, I'm already holding one, and there's a freaking second one on the shelf. Like, I couldn't believe it. What's so cool about these, though, is that they actually have the battery covers and the correct dart holders. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, I found another one of these, I think back in July, I want to say. And it was missing the battery cover, and it also had the yellow dart holders in it from, like, the normal Night Finder. And there were also, like, a lot of other problems with it, too. It was a mess. And apparently, Ryan Engelstad actually saw a normal Night Finder that had the red battery cover and the red dart holders. So, obviously, some kid was trying to mix and match the parts. About that second Night Finder that I just mentioned, I actually tried to go back to that same Goodwill to see if that normal Night Finder with the red battery cover and red dart holders was there, but unfortunately, I did not, but then I found that Raven, so that was cool. Unfortunately, I did not find the two blue Dart Tag Night Finders, but that would have been so sick. Like, imagine if I found two red ones and two blue ones at the same Goodwill. That would have been dope. But, again, I did unfortunately just find the two red ones. Oh, that's not even unfortunate. That's really good. I'll take these any day. That is really cool. And they both work just fine, although I actually have not tested the lights on these quite yet, but I think it's pretty safe to say that they work, but I'll test them later. This one was $2.99, and this one actually did not have a price tag on it. I think it got ripped off there or something, but I would assume that the cashier just gave it to me for the $2.99, like this one, since it is, of course, the same thing, so that is really, really cool. And finally, I found a normal knife finder, which I already scrapped because I needed it for this, the first dart tag knife finder that I found. So this is what I was talking about, the red dart tag knife finder that has the yellow dart holders and was originally missing the battery cover, but of course, I took the one that was from this and just put it on this. Now, I know this isn't the red one, right, so it really doesn't match, but it kind of does still work, I guess, because you see, like, the yellow dart tag text on there and the yellow NERF logo, so it does kind of fit, and I actually might be painting these pieces. I might take it apart again and then paint the battery cover and paint the dart holders just to make it look more accurate. The only thing I'm going to say about that is if I were to do that, it's not genuine, right? It's not, like obviously it's not going to be the real red one, though. I never like painting stuff to make it look like a rare one because it's just, to me, it's like, it doesn't feel genuine, you know? But I suppose that how it is right now is also not genuine. If you think about it, like, this obviously is not the right thing. So I guess if I were to paint those parts, it would at least make it look a little bit more genuine, and I would probably be okay with it. But I think for now, I am just going to keep it yellow, but I don't know, maybe we'll see. I might do that. But here it is, my fully restored red dart tag knife finder. I got all of the hot glue that was, like, around this area. Got all that out. I got the Sharpie that was on here, got that out, and I got rid of the corrosion, because I think there was some corrosion in this. And it still kind of works. Sometimes it kind of doesn't, though, at the same time. Although it looks like it just was working right there, but I don't know. It still has some slight issues and stuff, but it's honestly looking a lot better than how I first found it. And this knife finder, by the way, was $2.99, which, yeah, I mean, I'll take it, right? Because I needed this badly. And it actually kind of angers me how long it took me to find one of these normal yellow knife finders, because they're so common. They're, like, about as common as the Maverick, right? And yet I couldn't find one for so long. Like, over a month. Like, crazy. I don't know why it took so long to find one, but no, over 2 months, actually, now that I think about it. It was a long time, I think. I think, like, at least 2 months it took me to find one of these things. Like, why? But with that being said, that does conclude this episode of NERF Thrifting. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys later.